How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Matt Carter. Welcome to the show right here on Shaw TV, episode 107. Great stuff. Our musical guest right behind me is Michelle Edwardson. She's a new singer-songwriter from right here in Nanaimo, having played plenty around town, though, so we're going to hear some more of her music and have a conversation with her in about 5 or 6 minutes' time. Also coming up with the show, sticking with music, there's a whole lot of shaking going on involving the Nanaimo Conservatory of Music right now. Including, we're talking about a notable upcoming concert as well as some musical theater workshops. Anna, she's going to conduct an interview. Anna's going to conduct an interview. Okay, Raymond got that one. With Kathleen Darby, the Conservatory Executive Director, as well as Lindsay Suddaby, Assistant Director of the Nanaimo Youth Choir. As we head from winter to spring, it's time for us to trade in those winter wear for spring fashions, except, of course, for our director, Todd Jones, who wears his Leafs jersey and those waffle underoos pretty much through the rest of the year. Apparently he's a fan of those darn Northern Ontario guys. We're very happy to have Bisla, who's much more fashionable, chatting with Robin Tomlinson from Catwalk Fashions. We may have a couple fashion shows for you as well. Of course, me, like most of us in the Nanaimo, are hoping this is the year that acid wash jackets finally make the comeback. Raymond's a big fan of that too. All right, now, Matthew Hoffman, he's going to do a little bit of a recap about a recent career fair that was put on at Sprott Shaw College. And we'll be talking about that with Sprott Shaw Campus Director Brian Balaguer and Healthcare Assistant Student John Pollard. When searching for a job, X marks the Sprott. Marks the Sprott. All right, my first boo. All right. Hey, and Fuse clap as well. Hey, you know what? We're also going to go nuts for the COCO Cafe. Yes, we're going to go totally coconuts. COCO Cafe not only makes great food, but some very cool employment and community initiatives as well. Anna, she's going to speak with Cafe General Manager Melanie Cadden and Junior Sport Worker Blair Reen. I believe Paul from the team is in the house here as well. Now, Shea, she's going to find out about a very cool all-ages collaborative performance workshop coming up soon through the Crimson Coast Dance Society, involving dance, theater, storytelling, and much, much more. So from the BodyTalk crew, we'll meet Devin Adams and Jessica Haylock. Now, one bit of sad news, though, I have to say this is the final episode, the final segment of Magic Moments with Michael here on the show on Shaw TV. And you can tell how the crowd feels about that. Not only on the show, though, he's done some great stuff throughout different programs on Channel 4. He is moving on to flatter pastures, however, but he has delighted us so much. We have one more trick up his sleeve, and I'm guessing when he moves, his new routine will be called pulling the rabbit out of the medicine hat. Pulling the rabbit out of the medicine hat. But while we're there, I actually got some applause. That's magic in itself. So anyways, while we're going to end off the show with magic, we're going to start things off with the spirit of the circus. This is your spot under the big top. It's the show right here on Shaw TV.
Did you know that movement creates the optimal environment for neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change, which makes learning easier? And that is the reason why my next guests are so passionate about bringing circus into schools. So I have from Vesta Education, Corinna Strong and Kat Irvine. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
So what exactly is Vesta Education all about?
So Vesta Education is the teaching branch of Vesta Entertainment and Vesta Fire, we're the local professional circus troupe here in Nanaimo, and we do stilting and fire shows and work in the community. So, but I'm also up at the university doing my teaching degree, and Kat's doing engineering, and we teach in the schools. We teach circus in the schools. So Vesta Education is our way of reaching out to teachers and to students and being able to teach what we do.
Awesome. So I understand you're going to do a demo of what it means to do circus and education together.
Yeah, absolutely. I've brought a little bit of a demo just to show some of the things that we can do in the schools. So as Corinna said, I'm a juggler and a circus performer and an engineering student all wrapped up in one.
Wow.
Free time is not something I get. Anyways. And so what I'd like to talk about is just some of the lessons and things that we bring into the schools. And one of them is about just balance and how balance works. So if we just have a simple juggling club like so, you can consider that there's a central point on the club, which doesn't necessarily mean the center of the club, which would be right here, but where the average point of all of its weight is, which is located roughly actually about here, because you notice that this end's slightly larger than this end, right? And that's called the center of mass. It's the average point of where all the weight of gravity is acting on this object. And if you put pressure directly underneath that one point, it will remain balanced there. So that's kind of neat. It's kind of a pointless little fun concept, but anytime you see an object like, let's say, a large semi or something, you're going, how can that thing actually maintain its balance as it takes a curve? It's because the center of balance, that one point, is always between the two tires, or the 2 points of balance on that. So we can use that actually to do all these fun performance tricks. So as long as I make sure that where I'm touching this club, say it's on the bottom right here, is directly below that center of balance point, it will stay perfectly balanced. So I'm going to watch the top of the club, and if it starts moving one direction, I'm going to move my hand underneath it. So if it goes forward, I go forward. If it comes back, I move back. Once again, it doesn't look too impressive yet, but it's all about how you do these things. Because, for example, knowing that as long as there's an object or something directly underneath that one balance point, I can balance it, say, anywhere. Perhaps right here. Oh, I got this.
You can do it, you can do it.
There it is.
Woo!
Right?
Awesome.
Or even more bizarrely is I can take it and set it underneath another object like this. Right? And this is how you get some of these really bizarre optical effects.
Wow. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. So
Great.
that's some of the stuff that we do in the schools.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Kat. So, yeah, I watched some of your videos on your website, which is awesome, about the kids learning to do poi and balancing tricks and hula hooping. And so it looks like such a fun way to learn. So if teachers are watching this and they want to bring this into their schools, how would they go about doing that?
So of course we have our website, which is vestaeducation.com. And the great thing is that our programs are fully funded, 70% funded through the BC Arts Council. So through the Art Starts program out of Vancouver, they're grant funded. So we have grant applications, and we've been working, for the past 2 years, we've been working all in the schools here. We've been doing 2 years running at Koltayi Elementary School, working with grades 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And then as well, we were at Dover Bay High School teaching stilting to the grade 9s. And then we were down in Central Middle School in Victoria teaching poi and hoop to the grade 8s. So it's a really great program. And now, of course, because I'm in the education program and with the new curricula that's coming in September, it's mandatory for all of BC. All of our programs are directly linked to the new curricula and the core competencies. So we have lesson plans that are adaptable. We work with the teachers to adapt everything and differentiate for each class. So all of our programs are linked directly to whatever the teacher is wanting to bring in some fun into their classrooms. So we have a full unit with the science of circus, which Kat demonstrated a little bit about. We do math, the math of patterns with our poi and the things that we do there. And then as well, there's all the competencies around perseverance and teamwork and working together, the sort of the bigger competencies that are in the curricula now.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
That's so great. I love what you guys are up to. If you're a teacher and you want to bring circus to schools, be sure to contact Corinna at vestaeducation.com. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for being here. I'm going to throw it over to Matt. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Shea, and Corinna as well. I must admit, the interview reminded me about that line from that famous book. It was the Vesta times, it was the circus times. The Vesta times. So I had to juggle a few jokes around for that one. Anyways, moving on really quickly before I get booted here. Very happy with our musical guest here today, Michelle Edwardson. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Very glad to have you here. Now, I want to talk a little bit, obviously, about where you've getting music as a new songwriter. In the bio you sent us, you said that so obviously you're fully in love with music, but music is involved in everything that makes your life better. What is it about music that makes life better?
Just where it takes me, where I end up, all the people I meet, the other musicians, or just people who love to watch or join in, and you know.
So people like that, so you mean like at shows and that sort of thing, like it's sort of open up new experiences for music?
Or even campfires or everyday life. It just brings people together and gives you a reason to see people again.
Yeah, exactly. Funny thing. Yeah. You also mentioned in the bio about how you sort of always sang, and I want to talk more about your musical fan a bit later on, but sort of things changed the first time you picked up a guitar, and that was sort of thing that led you on this path now to being so singer-songwriter. So what is it about the guitar that sort of changed things musically for you?
Well, it just gave me a chance to be original, you know. I had a voice. For some reason, it's like the guitar just, it's supposed to be right here.
Yeah, because you talk about, obviously, we'll get into some more of your original tunes you're going to play for us in a bit, but again, back to the musical family. So you talked about growing up singing like gospel songs and that sort of stuff, but the whole family got involved. Describe that.
It was ridiculous. It was like a musical. I'd wake up, my dad would be like, "Good morning, Michelle," like kind of thing. I don't know. Just, we're singing around, doing harmonies with each other, and I never thought of it as a career or anything serious. I just thought that's how everybody's life was, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's not all a Broadway play going down to get shreddies in the morning.
Like skipping around.
Yeah. So what do they think about the music that you're playing now, writing and playing?
Oh, they love it. They support me. They come to all my shows. Even if I don't invite my parents, they show up anyways, somehow find out about it.
Exactly. Nice to see that. And about those shows, tell me about your very first performance.
It was at Serious Coffee, just with Guy Bowden, or however you say his last name. Yeah. It was, I was very nervous and shy and quiet, but I got out, came out of the music closet kind of thing. Sick of hiding away.
Yeah, well, I know when we were talking off air too, you talked a little bit about a guy named Matt Falvey, who was sort of one of those characters who really, again, you talk about being nervous. He's the one that said, get out there, here's how you improve and get better. So just say a little words on his influence on your music.
He probably has no idea how much he did with, that impacted my music career, but he did the Corner Lounge open mics and kind of told me stage presence and how far away to stand from the mic, just little things that make a huge difference. He really helped with that and organized my first gig at the Courts, so that was awesome of him. Yeah.
Well, it's great. We've had Matt here on the show before, and great to hear about the influence on the musicians as well. So, speaking of other shows, you got shows coming up on March 1st at the Queens, also March 23rd at the Dingy Dock, and also April 14th at the Longwood Brew Pub. And just the last thing, I know you don't have an album or anything out yet, but how can folks sort of keep? I'm gonna throw my pen in the ground. How can people watch out for you for when that album's going to be released or for new shows?
Keep an eye out for all the local gigs, and I don't know. Keep an ear open. I'll be around. Yeah, watch out for shows.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, Michelle, thank you so much for being here again today. Coming up a little bit, we're going to turn our attention over to the Nanaimo Conservatory music, but first right now, let's have a song from you, a song called Do Ya, here on the show on Shaw TV.
I'd rather be hidden or be somewhere up in the trees. If you need the Just tell me if you go for a walk in the trees. Literal meaning of the evergreen. I have a feeling the forest is where we belong.
Thank you, Michelle. That was truly amazing. I really love that. And I love music. Music it touches all of our lives, and it is my pleasure to introduce today from the Nanaimo Conservatory of Music, Kathleen Darby, who is the executive producer, and Lindsay Sotheby, who is the workshop. You're going to be doing a workshop.
Yes,
You
and
are
I'm also the
Nanaimo
assistant.
Youth Choir.
Yes, assistant director of the Nanaimo Youth Choir.
Thank you for that. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you
Thank
both
you, Anna.
here. And Kathleen's going to be talking a little bit today about one of the performances that's going to be coming up pretty quick here, Janina Fialko.
Kauska?
Fialkowska. That's a hard one for me. And she's going to be playing at the Port Theatre, and it is a fundraiser, is that correct,
That's
for
right.
the Nanaimo?
Yes, it is. Yeah, our
Conservatory?
annual fundraiser. Yeah.
Excellent. And tickets. Can you tell us a little bit about the performance that's going to be coming up?
Absolutely, yeah. Janina Fialkowska is one of the top Chopin interpreters in the world today. She's actually made a comeback in the past 7 years. She had a little bit of cancer in her arm, and she had to play just with one hand for a number of years. And so now she's come back. She sold out a concert recently in Japan, and she is accolades everywhere she plays. People are saying, you know, if you only see one concert, see this one. If you only buy one Chopin CD, buy this Chopin CD. So we're really, really thrilled that she's coming. She's doing a tour of southern British Columbia when she comes, and we are the first stop. There'll also be Victoria, Vancouver, and I think Sechelt and Salt Spring Island as well.
Wow, she's
Yeah.
hitting lots of different places. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a proud supporter of the Nanaimo Conservatory of Music. And
Love
yes,
that.
I am going to the performance. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit now, Kathleen, I'm just going to go over to Lindsay for a moment because Lindsay, you are going to be doing this workshop, and I'm going to hold this up now.
Okay.
How's that?
Yes,
Can you
this
tell us
is
a little
our-
bit about this?
Yeah, this is our spring break musical theater workshop at the Conservatory. We'll be doing Pirates the Musical. And it's for the first week of spring break, from Monday to Friday, March 14th to 18th. And the instruction is from 10 to 4 every day. It's for kids aged 6 to 12, thereabouts. And it's going to be a really fun, intensive workshop. We're going to be doing lots of swashbuckling, and we're building confidence on stage, cooperation, singing, dancing, the whole bit. And it's also quite neat because there'll be childcare provided starting at 8:30 and going until 5 p.m. So parents who are working during spring break, they can bring their kids and drop them off and have them taken care of for the whole day. And then, you know, they get to have all of this really fun stuff as well.
Yeah, that sounds actually like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that myself, Lindsay, with you.
Yeah.
Now, there's so much that the Conservatory does for our community. I'm so happy to be a part of that. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Conservatory and what else is offered to our local community?
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing about Janina Fialkowska, because the next day after her concert, on the 14th, she's doing a master class, and the public is invited to that as well. Yeah, but the Conservatory offers individual and group lessons for all ages, including the Nanaimo Youth Choir, which Lindsay is the assistant director of, and they've been invited to New York to sing at Carnegie Hall. So, you know, a lot of students have gone through the Conservatory, many who are in careers in music now, and we not only offer those lessons, but we also do these performances and spring break things and workshops and the master classes. So a lot of things that we're doing within the community, yeah.
That is so great. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Kathleen, for joining me today.
Thanks,
I
Anna.
really, really appreciate it.
Thanks, Anna.
And now we are going to go to Bisela, and we're going to have a fashion show. Yay!
In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get ready for the runway. And my guest tonight, Robin Tomlinson of Catwalk Fashion, is here to talk to us about spring fashion. So now, Robin, you just got back from a trip to Vegas.
Yes.
And in this case, what happened in Vegas is not staying in Vegas. She's here to dish. So tell us about your trip.
It's always fantastic. I mean, all of the fashion industry twice a year comes to Vegas, so there's 200,000 people who come there specifically for fashion. They sell it, they buy it, they trade. I mean, it's amazing and it's inspirational, and you get all revved up for the next season to come. So that's what I did.
Wow, that sounds like fun. I can just imagine the atmosphere there and the shoes, the clothes, and everything. That must have been awesome.
Yeah.
So what's happening in the fashion world with regards to spring? What can we look forward to?
It's one of my favorites. It's really flattering to all women's bodies type, which is great. Very hippie, very boho, a lot of fringe, some really big flares in the jeans, which some people love, and it'll take some others a little more getting used to. Get out of those skinny jeans and try a pair of flares again. I know it's been a while.
Sounds like fun.
We could do some really, if you can do it, really short dresses. Really short dresses. If you can't do that, throw on a pair of leggings. We can still do the leggings. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
So you have some models here.
I sure do.
To show us some spring fashion. And
so we're going to bring out Christina first, just in exactly what I said, the big flares from Free People, who Free People has done boho for their entire career, starting in the 70s, so they are the best at it. This is their top as well. So if you look at the sleeve, really big sleeves, that's really, really in style right now. So of course, you don't have to wear the shirt like that, but you know, Christina can do it because she can do it. She can pull that off.
Yeah, and that's an interesting, do I call that an undergarment or bra that she has under?
This is actually their bras, and they come with matching underwear. Which
Looks very
Christina
comfortable.
told me, she said she wouldn't show you today. But, yeah, but that is an actual bra, but they make them really pretty so you can wear them, because there are a lot of tops that are like that. So there's enough coverage on there that you can actually wear it exactly as it is. And then we have, if she could pull up her. So,
nice.
So the heels are very square, very square. So that's almost like a booty, which is another one of the really big fashion trends. Is you must have a booty.
Okay, so who's the next model coming in?
The next model is Sarah. Sarah is also wearing a little. So this is what I was talking about the little short dress. So the difference is she wears a short dress, but you wear a really long top on top.
Over it.
So that'll give you a little bit of comfort. So you can wear that long vest or jacket over shorts as well.
Yeah.
But it is quite a short dress. She has great legs, so she can pull it off.
Yeah, she does.
And then we have a really fantastic Fluvog shoe, which I'm really excited about carrying. Nobody in Nanaimo carries them. So,
nice.
And the jewelry, all the jewelry that the girls are wearing is a Victoria jewelry maker, and she's been to LA and back, and she's picked up some tips there.
Nice.
So, the hair is also very indicative of what's going on. Her hair was great too. It's also local. Hey Beautiful did all the hair, so very hippie braids and so really nice.
So we'll have the next model come in.
So this is Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
Taylor again. I stuck with the hippie sort of thing going on, and this is very short shorts, but a little bit of a slouch still. So what they do generally is when they bring back a fashion trend, they tend to change something about it. So we were doing a little bit of a boyfriend slouch jean for a little while, and so they put a little bit of that ease into the short. But again, if you see, we got the wide arm again, so that's very indicative of the fashion that's going on. And she has those shoes on again, so dresses.
I love the shoes.
Dresses or shorts or whatever you're doing. And we did the big Farrah Fawcett wave on her.
Okay, we're gonna take a short break right now, and I'll be throwing things over to Matthew, and he'll be talking about recruitment fairs and career opportunities here in Nanaimo. And stay tuned, we'll be back for part 2.
Hi, I am here with Brian Balaguer and John Pollard. We're going to talk about the career fair that took place on January 27th at Sprott College. So Brian, could you please tell us what was the main purpose for the career fair?
The main purpose for the career fair is early in the year, our employment services was receiving lots of phone calls from employers in the healthcare industry, Duncan and as well as Nanaimo and Up Island, looking for Sprott graduates and looking for employees to fill a lot of their voids and positions. And when we realized we were getting a lot of phone calls from different areas, we thought it was an opportunity to put everything together, and we invited all of the different employers, Bayshore and We Care and Nanaimo Home Care and a bunch of others. I think we had up to 13 employers that were there, and had them come to the campus, and we allowed the students as well as some people from the streets and just anybody to come in and to meet the employers and talk to the people that are doing the hiring.
That's awesome. And that's a great way for students to actually meet people, right, and to break the ice, essentially, of getting into the industry. Did you find that a lot of students were excited to see these companies come through?
They were. I mean, we have students in various different stages in the program. We have students that were just coming to the end of the program, so they're able to speak to employers, get business cards. Some were doing interviews right on site, as well as students that were early on in the program getting an opportunity to meet employers or potential employers down the road. So I think there was a lot of opportunities to build contacts in the industry.
That's awesome. And do you feel that there's going to be more fairs in the future?
We're always looking to bring in more fairs and even different programs. It's looking at what the industry is presenting itself.
Awesome. Well, that's great. I'm glad to have you guys on the show. And talking to John, what is it like to actually be a student at Sprott College, and what sort of things that you took away from the career fair?
Well, the career fair gave us, like you said, an opportunity for us to break that unknown that's out there. A lot of the students, for a lot of them, this is their first major career path or career choice. And it's very unknown, and there's a lot of fear with it. But this was one way for them to get rid of that fear on a casual, friendly atmosphere. There was no pressure. We got to see them, they got to see us, and so it made everything really comfortable for that.
That's awesome. And what exactly did you take away from it personally, going forward with your career?
For the most part, everyone has their own purpose for getting into the healthcare profession. And when you get into it, you have that mindset where it's going to be like that. What the career fair did for most of us is that it showed us that the opportunities are like this, okay? So instead of saying, you know, I got into this because I want to do this, we're actually kind of saying now, hey, maybe I can do this. And so the options are endless, and it's really rewarding as a student not to have that fear when you graduate saying, you know, am I going to have a job? We're now saying, what kind of job am I going to have, which is huge.
Yeah, and that's very important, especially for myself. I'm a student, and actually knowing where I can go and meet,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And see the end, right?
Yeah, knowing that the effort you're putting in now is going to be okay at the end, and everything's going to work out. It's great. It takes a huge pressure off the student.
Yeah, and that's definitely important. Well, I do thank you for coming on the show as well, but I'd like to we're just wrapping it up here, but if for anybody that's out there that wants to look into Sprott, can you please tell us where they can go?
One of the places you can go is you can go to the Sprott College website. And you can see the various different campuses around BC that are available, as well as different programs. There's a Facebook, and certainly there's other social media that certainly you can search. As far as the Nanaimo is concerned, you can phone the campus itself, 250-754-9600. And yeah, look forward
You know
to
what? Also come down to the campus, talk to one of the students. You know, talk to us. If they have any concerns, they want to know what's going on, the students will be more than happy to talk to them about it.
Great. Well, I do want to thank you both for coming here, and we're actually going to go to Michelle Edwardson, and she's going to sing Not So Soon, Winnie the Pooh.
If time stood still, then so would you. If I was struggling with something, you'd help me through. And still I find myself wishing that you'd be here someday a little earlier than I had asked. Well, so we're sinking, we're floating, we are all over the room, and we're hovering, we're dancing, we are on the tip top of the moon, and now we're wishing, laughing and crying, hoping we don't have to go soon. Now we're wishing and laughing and crying and hoping we don't have to go so soon. Well, I've got my faults, one of them seeing none in you. If I was Pooh Bear, you'd be honey, the plot to the story, the ground under my feet. You're the air that I breathe, now I'm slowly drowning. All my thoughts subsiding, all my flaws hanging out. What good am I to you now? My heart starts melting, and with each step you're taking, my world is breaking apart. So we're sinking, floating, I am all over this room, and we're hovering, we're dancing, we are on the tip top of that moon, and now we're wishing, laughing and crying, hoping we don't have to go soon. Now we're wishing and laughing and crying and hoping we don't have to go so soon. If time stood still, then so would you.
Thank you, Melanie. That was awesome. And today, my guest is another Melanie Cadden, who is the General Manager of Operations for COCO Cafe and Catering.
Yes.
And can you tell us a little, COCO Cafe has a lot to offer, and I would love for you to tell us a little bit about it, and maybe you can also introduce, we have your helpers here back here, which is really great, Blair and Paul. Welcome, Blair and Paul.
They're making some cake pops back there.
That's excellent. That's wonderful, thank you.
Perfect. Well, COCO Cafe is, COCO stands for Cedar Opportunities Cooperative, so our mission is to provide employment for people with developmental disabilities within their community. We do a lot of amazing things. We've just rolled out a work experience program in 2016, and so that offers 100 hours or 3 months of work experience in a supported work environment for people who are looking to gain life skills and work transferable skills experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really great.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And you also won an award as well. Is that?
Well, we're actually, we go to Vancouver tomorrow to find out. We are in the top 5 for the BC Small Business Awards for Best Community Impact. So that's
great. Well, I get it.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. So that's a province-wide award, and so we're really looking forward to going over tomorrow and finding out where our place is at that. And we're also up for Social Enterprise of the Year in the Business Achievement Awards here in town. So.
Because it's quite unique in what you do.
It's
a great thing. It's wonderful.
We were the first cafe that was opened with the vision of providing employment for people with developmental disabilities within kind of Canada, at least for sure. There's a few more coming, but there really wasn't anyone before us, so not a lot of places to ask for help.
It's wonderful. And you guys look at the cake pops. That's looking yummy. I can't wait. So is this part of some of the catering that you do?
We do cake pops in the cafe. They are also really popular for school birthday parties or weddings or baby showers. And so it's a great task for our supported employees to do together. And yeah.
Developmentally.
And everybody absolutely loves them. Wait till you try them. They're delicious.
And no, this is really great. And this is just basic cake.
It's a chocolate cake that we make in-house, and then we mix in our cream cheese icing, and then they dip them in a nice milk chocolate and sprinkle them with sprinkles.
It's looking really yummy. Yummy. Now, you also have a website.
We do, COCO Cafe.
You started that, so you've got it
well, we've just redone it, and it
features
a lot of our catering stuff. We have catering menus, sample menus on the website, so people who are planning events have a kind of a starting point, and then we go into it and work out a personalized menu for that.
And you also have the cafe, which is open to the general public,
The cafe, we're in Cedar,
right?
We're right on Cedar Road, and we have new hours. We're now open 7 to 7, so we're very excited, and we're part of Dine About Nanaimo, or Dine About Mid-Island, so
are you part of that too?
Yeah.
Now, Kathleen mentioned that at the Conservatory, she mentioned that you guys are doing something as well.
Yeah, we're
and she was going to mention it, and then we ran out of time.
Yeah. We're catering. They're having an event in March, April. They're having an event. Sorry, there's lots of events that we're catering. That's a good
problem to have. You guys are really busy.
But we're down there catering for them, so we're very excited. We'll be at the Port Theatre. We're actually also, and we're really excited about this as well, at the Port Theatre catering the Business Achievement Awards that the Chamber's putting on. So we've got, really between the Conservatory and the Chamber, we're pretty blessed to be at the Port Theatre.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's a great venue to be at too. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're excited.
Oh, wow. So you guys offer so much support. It's really great.
And everything we make in-house, so they get the most transferable skills, the most out of everything. So we make our bread, we roast our own roast beef, and everything's made real fresh
from
food.
Scratch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. It's so great for the community. It's great for everyone involved, really. And is there anything else that I forgot to ask you that you might want to promote?
No, I think we've pretty much said everything, but it's just always something new happening at COCO Cafe, so make sure you stop by and say hello. Yeah.
We will. I will. Actually, next time I'm in Cedar, I love coming to Cedar.
Yeah, it works great if you go to the farmers market when it starts up in May.
And then come and visit you.
Yeah, and then come visit us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Melanie. Blair and Paul, thank you for coming and making us cake pops. I can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to pass the baton to Matt. Go, Matt.
Baton grabbed. All right, now I got the baton. Anna, please steal me some of that chocolate. Give me some of that cake, please, and thank you. Anna, Melanie, Blair, and Paul, thank you guys so much for being here representing the COCO Cafe. Great stuff. You're watching the show right here on Shaw TV here in Nanaimo. Just past halfway through. So far, we've talked circus acts, circus science, and circus education with Vesta Education. We've met our musician, Michelle Edwardson, and heard some great songs. Another one coming up later. We found out about music and musical theater happenings through the Nanaimo Conservatory of Music. Turn our attention to spring fashions with Catwalk. Talked about healthcare jobs with Sprott, Shaw, and of course, great food and great community work from COCO Cafe. Coming up, we have another fashion show. More talking about spring fashion fashions for you. We're going to look at the BodyTalk Spring Break Performance Workshop through Crimson Coast. And we have our final, he was back there, he's getting kind of nervous. Michael Berends, his final magic moment with Michael here on the show. He's back there, he's over there. There, look at that. There he is. Exactly, yeah, he's getting kind of nervous, I can tell. Anyways, right before we get to our next segment though, real quick shout out, if you love reggae, well, the Wailers, who just happened to be Bob Marley's band, they're performing in Nanaimo at an all-ages show at the Benton Park Auditorium on March 11th. It's a 7 p.m., relatively early show. Again, an amazing and rare opportunity to check out great Bob Marley tunes, Buffalo Soldier, Could You Be Loved, Redemption Song, One Love, you know them all. As well as with some local representation on that show as well, ska funk band Dope Soda and DJ All Good on the Wheels of Steel as well. You gotta love it. So check it out. Dance with the Wailers, dance to reggae with the Wailers, Friday, March 11th at the Benton Park Auditorium. Tickets for that available at the Port Theatre online at porttheatre.com. Again, that's an all-ages show, so anyone can go check it out. There's a beverage garden for those 19 plus. That's a presentation of the Nanaimo Reggae Massive and the Victoria BC Ska Society. Thanks you guys for bringing the Wailers to town. All right, now we're going to go over here because, well, as much as I try to wear somewhat of a fashionable shirt with a bit of pink, you know, for the Anti-Bullying Day, the real model we have here on the staff is right beside me, Bisela. So please take us on the fashion run.
And welcome back to part 2 of the fashion show. So who's coming in next, Robin? What's the spring fashion trend that we are focusing on?
Christina's going to come back out, and we're going to do a little bit mod this time. So come on out.
Ooh, I like that.
We have black and white is still really hot. So anything black and white, I have almost a whole wall of it. So this is a 2-piece with, which is really in like the really high neck. And then just the little bit of sexy is the skin just in between. And anybody can do that because that's really the smallest part of your body. So again with the booty.
Those are cute, yeah.
And so this is actually by Jack. Nice and stretchy, comfortable, but super sexy.
And one can dress this up or dress it down, and either which way, it's
definitely good. I mean, if you want, you can make it a whole one piece and just pull it up and have it just as a dress, and then wear a flat pair of boots, and it's still just as cute.
Yeah. So who do we have next?
So come on out, Sarah. This is another really big trend, is the one piece, and people think that it's really hard to wear, but it really isn't.
Really?
Yeah, people think a one piece is hard to wear, and there are some issues with it. Everybody
Well,
knows
I mean,
what I'm talking
really,
about.
in terms of, can everybody pull it off?
Pretty much everybody can pull it off.
Really, again, I say?
Yes. You just go up a size if you find that it's fitting a little bit unusual. But this is a really basic black one.
Yeah, it looks really good on her, though.
Yeah, it looks great on everybody. Really, it really does. So we have a little short sleeve on one side. You can have it short or long, and the hat is still really big. So the big really boho hat, and we do big jewelry. Big jewelry is really in right now. So you know, even if you just take a plain T-shirt and put a really big chunky necklace
just glam
with
it up.
Yeah, just glam it up a little bit. That's kind of my middle name, so you know, fashion should be fun.
Yeah,
and that's.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be comfortable. It should be you.
Expression. It's an expression of who you are.
Exactly.
So just think about what you're saying to the world when you leave the house.
Okay, world. Here comes Bisela.
There you go.
Who do we have next?
There you go. So here we go. Here we come with Taylor. Again with a very short dress. This is a dress.
Yeah.
Not a top, but
it's short.
You know, a lot of people would wear it as a dress. You could even wear a little pair of shorts underneath. Would be great, right? So, you know, it looks like the dress still, but how cute is that? So again, stripes is another one of the big trends. And you see how low it is in the back. So when you get to the back, it's just the front that's
it's really short. The back is
quite
longer.
Short. And then the throw, like the poncho.
Yeah.
The throw, a lot of them have fringe on it, so you know you could take something short like that, and then again you put that long thing on the top, so that brings a little bit of that boho
look to it.
But this would look just as cute with a more fitted jacket. So again, we like to do a lot of jewelry and bracelets and. And the booty.
I love the necklace,
Yeah, and the booty.
And then again, of course, my favorite shoe ever.
You have to come and try them on.
I know. So, thank you very much.
Thanks, Taylor.
If there's one spring fashion must-have that every woman must have, what will that be?
Do I have to say one? Can I say two?
Okay, two.
Well, I would say, because it's not a clothing item, but I would say the booty. So you really need a little booty to go with your shorts and your really short dresses. But I was going to say the short sort of swingy dress that's short, and because if it's a little bit wider, it doesn't have to be completely fitted. It shouldn't be completely fitted to your body. It should be, if you saw with the dresses, that they're just a bit looser, but they're quite short. So I always say you take one sexy thing. Whether if it's your legs, it's your legs. So have one a high neck and have lots of leg, have a low neck, and have a little less leg.
Great tip. Okay, one final question. I know every season you introduce a new brand into your store. This season, who are you introducing and why? Quickly, in 30 seconds.
Fluvog and Free People.
Okay.
So Fluvog is a quintessentially Canadian shoe brand that any shoe person knows. And I'm really excited to have them. They're amazing shoes. They have their own style. Yeah. So they're always in style.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's
very
that would
excited
work,
about them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show,
Thank
Robin.
you,
And
Lisa.
remember the spring fashion thing. Pick one sexy thing, one sexy part of your body, and dress to show it off. And I'm going to throw things over to Shea.
Thanks, Bisela. That's one thing I love about spring is being able to wear nicer clothes. And so speaking of spring, if you or someone you know is 8 years or older and you're looking for something really awesome to do this spring break, you're going to want to listen to my next two guests who are representing the BodyTalk crew, which is part of the Crimson Coast Dance Society's spring program or youth program. So welcome Devin Adams and Jessica Haylock. Yes, welcome. So great to have you here. So yeah, Devin, I've been involved with the program and seeing you part of it and really loving what's happening. How did you get inspired to join BodyTalk?
Well, I mean, funny enough, Jamie Black over here, with those same very poise, she came into her class, no one knew what the heck was going on. The lights just went out of nowhere. We're in the middle of drama class. And she comes in with these glowing poi, and music comes out of nowhere. And she's just dancing around with these poi, having a lot of fun. Everyone just gets super involved. We're all sitting there in awe. Everyone's jaws were all the way to the floor. I mean, some people are still standing up, so that's quite an accomplishment. So after that, I mean, I was already wanting to get involved in whatever the heck she wanted to show us.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already up for it. But when she started explaining what it was, you know, coming to a studio, learning to dance, learning to teach people how to dance, and creating a performance to go and show to the world, I think is a really great thing. I mean, how couldn't you have joined it?
Yeah, what an amazing opportunity for youth. And you talked about the performance, and so part of the program is, at the end, there's a performance at the Port Theatre. And another component is they brought youth in to do a technical piece, right, Jessica? And that's what you're a part of, the technical crew. So tell us about how you got to be involved in the BodyTalk crew program.
I got into tech actually this year at my school, Dover Bay, which personally I'm finding really fun. And I heard about this program that was going on at the Port Theatre through my drama teacher. And I met Jamie actually before because we were planning on doing a play, but it didn't work out so well. So she came in the same way with the poi, and it was just amazing. Yeah. And I didn't know they were doing that kind of performance, like that program there. But I'm really into tech and sound in particular. Yeah. And I just thought it'd be really interesting to get like the experience to be like doing a job like that.
Yeah, awesome. That's so great that you guys just really took this opportunity. And so I understand that what you're leading up to is spring break is people from the community can come and get involved, and tell us more about what's going to happen that week from March 14th to the 19th at Vibe Dance Studio.
So yeah, you know, March 14th to the 19th, we're going to be getting both youth and slightly older kids, and I mean, whoever wants to join, all together at Vibe, where we're going to kind of go over sort of a performance or some sort of deal like that. We're going to teach them what we want to do over at the the Port Theater. We don't really know exactly what we're going to do yet. We have a good idea, but we're going to try to help build it up with those kids/adults.
Yeah.
Then on the 20th, we're going to actually go to the Port Theater and perform all that.
Yeah, amazing. And it's like a co-creative collaborative process with Diana David, right, who's the facilitator, who I've had the thrill to meet, and she's amazing, dynamic woman. And I was there when you guys got to get together at the Port Theater and spontaneously collaborate and create something in an hour, right? How was that experience for you, Jessica?
I don't know, it just felt like really cool, just being put on the spot and having a deadline, because then you didn't like goof around, you focused on like getting it done. Yeah. And what I found was really cool is when the BodyTalk crew, when they were down there and they were thinking of something, I don't know, Abby, she's my friend that's also doing sound, and she came up with the idea to just all of a sudden just put Star Wars music on.
Yeah,
that's right. Just put Star Wars music on. And apparently, I guess they were coming up with an idea to like have this like kind of Star Wars-y kind of theme to it.
Yeah.
And Abby put on the music and it just happened.
Awesome.
It was kind of thing that just happened.
Cool. Yeah, and so the red ball. So we're running out of time, but I just want to mention the red ball. So the red ball campaign, if you're in schools, there's going to be an opportunity in your school to win a spot at the workshop, which is a $100 value. So stay tuned at your school for that. And get involved. Get your kids involved, ages 8 and up. Adults can get involved. You can go and learn and work towards this performance. And if you don't want to be involved in the actual workshop, come out to the Port Theater on March 20th and see this amazing production put on by youth. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm so sad to say I'm passing it over to the last magic moment. Boo-hoo.
All right, hey, we are here for my last magic moment. Unfortunately, I know. Unfortunately, I am moving to Calgary. It's been an amazing 2 years here on the show. I've had a lot of great fun with everybody here. Tremendous crew, had a great time. And while I'm here, I'd also like to say hi to a very special lady in Calgary. Her name is Winnie. Hi, sweetie. I'll be seeing you soon. Right. And now, without any further ado, I'm going to bring on my partner in crime for the last 2 years, Matt Carter. Here he comes.
I'm putting on the Ritz.
Ta-da! Boo! That was bad.
All right, sorry.
That was bad.
Anyways,
Matt.
that's my routine. Let's go over to yours instead.
Hey, you know what? We've been doing a lot of magic together over the last 2 years, having a little bit of fun. And today, you've really never handled the cards and done magic stuff. And today, you're going to do the magic. This is going to be great. Look at this. In my pocket, I have something. It's invisible. It's a deck of cards. Take the deck. Give it a shuffle for us.
All right.
Very good. Oh, very good. Very nice. Okay, put it back.
In your pocket?
No, actually, you know what? This is what we're going to do. Why don't you give me the cards?
Okay, there you go.
Good. Okay. And I'm just going to fan them out. I just want you to pick one. Don't show me. Show the camera.
Okay.
All right. Show the crew. I won't look. Whoa. Okay. Do. Put it back in. But wait, before we put it back in, turn it upside down. Put it back in. Turn it upside down. Very good. So the deck is one way and your card is the other. So there's one card in this deck that's backwards. Close it up. Okay. I didn't look. Take the deck. It's for you. I have a box for you. There you go. Take it, put it. Yeah, here's the box.
Okay,
put the cards inside the box.
All right.
Put it inside your pocket.
Inside the pocket.
And that's a souvenir.
Notice
for doing all the magic moments with me.
Oh, some coins in there. Nice.
No, I'm just kidding around.
What?
I'm just kidding around. Now this is very, very cool. You have a deck of cards in your pocket. It's invisible and has one card that's upside down.
Yes.
Now before I got here, I took a deck of cards and I took one card and I turned it upside down. Now this is just to see how in sync we are after doing this for I don't know how many episodes now. But for the first time, you had an invisible card. What was the value of your card?
It was the 6 of clubs.
The 7 of what?
The 6 of clubs.
You're sure?
Oh, sir, the 6 of clubs. Yeah.
You want to change your mind?
I showed Raymond. It was the 6 of clubs, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Raymond. Let's get down here. We're going to go inside of here because there's one card that's upside down. It's just a matter of finding it. I know it's in here somewhere. One card in the middle.
There's the upside down one, yeah.
That's the only card in this deck that's upside down. That was invisible deck. You had a free choice, the free choice of all free choices. You can pick any card. And after 2 years, Matt, we'll see how we did. What was the card for the last time?
6 of clubs.
The 6 of clubs. Let's take a look.
Oh!
It's the 6 of clubs. Yes. All right, Matt. We did it, buddy. All right, a big high five. Awesome. that was it for the last magic moment.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
All right,
bring it in. That was
awesome.
That was incredible. Wow. Before we let you go, this is the last show. Instead of turning it over to puns, I do want to ask you one or two quick questions.
Absolutely.
Now, we're in an age, right, where you can pretty much get any piece of information, movie, song, whatever, from a computer, what a cell phone. Yeah. But some of the best response we've had on the show is from your magic segment. So what is it about magic and illusions that you think just resonates so well with people?
Well, I think even in a day of technology like we have now, where we see miracles actually every day, everybody still wants to believe in magic. I mean, everybody knows that what we do isn't real, but I think everybody still wants that make-believe. I think everybody still wants to believe that all this stuff can happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why most people are still intrigued by it. And it's a great art form. It's a great art form, and I don't think it's ever going to die. It's a lot of fun, and that's one of the reasons why I do it.
And why? I was going to say, that last question was, why does it resonate with you? Like,
why does it resonate with me?
Why'd you get into this anyway?
Oh, I got into this when I was a little boy. I had a bad speech impediment. And my mom showed me a magic trick, and I was about 4 or 5 years old. She showed me a magic trick, and she taught it to me. I thought it was really cool. Showed it to my dad, and he couldn't do it. So I could do something that a grown-up couldn't do. So it gave me a lot of confidence. I started showing it to my friends, and rather than having problems speaking, I all of a sudden started doing magic, built up a lot of confidence, and the rest is history.
That is awesome stuff. Well, again, all the best in taking your talents to Calgary, but of course, here on the BC, the West Coast, we do have something here that you don't have over in Calgary.
Uh-oh.
And what is it? It's gourmet seafood. And so Anna over here, not only is taking on a beautiful as producer, but we've got you some St. Jean's Cannery.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Lucky. So you are, sir. Again, enjoy.
Thank you very, very much.
St. Jean's Cannery, Pacific Seafood, all sorts of great smoked salmon stuff.
And thank you so much to everybody here at Shaw. It's been a great run.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you, sir. Amazing, amazing. One more round of applause right now, please, Mr. Michael Berends. I got to wrap the show up here because we're not going to get much more emotional than that, I tell you. But I do want to say thanks, of course, to all of our guests, all of our volunteers in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Huge thanks to Mambo Pizza again for feeding our very, very hungry crew. You can find more about the show on Facebook. Check out our site, facebook.com/The Show on Shaw. You can also find previous episodes there and also on the Shaw TV Centre Vancouver Island YouTube page as well. Hey, if you have a cause event demonstration person you want to bring on the show, looking for more guests, drop a line to our executive producer, Kate Bergen, at kate.bergen@sjrb.ca. If you want to volunteer on the show, send a note to our volunteer coordinator, Melissa Hall, melissa.hall@sjrb.ca. We've had a number of great volunteers here for the first time in today's show, so thank you guys for being here. And also big shout out to Anna, who not only just brought over the seafood basket, but is going to be taking on some producer duties as well. So please, a big round of applause for Anna as well for helping us out. This is great stuff. All right, before we go here on the show, time to turn things back over to our musical guest, Michelle Edwardson. Her very first song she ever wrote, called The Hangout Song. For you guys, thanks for watching the show right here on Shaw TV.
Word travels fast. Too bad there's nothing I'd like to say to you through another's lips. Oh, you've got my back. I'd like to have your suit, if you're down with that. Maybe our walls will fall down, and hopefully your heart and your mind would shout, saying that we should hang out. We should hang out. I lose my place. I'd like to lose yours too, if initially through your warm embrace. When you say you don't know what, I love to say I do, I shoot, I do, even when I do. Oh, maybe our walls would fall down. Hopefully our heart and our mind would shout, saying that we should hang, we should hang out. We should hang out, do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba dum. Maybe, yeah, we're free to do whatever. And maybe, baby, we're free to hang out and go out and stay out. Do 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 da do do da do do da 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 la 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 da. Oh oh, sitting here, oh just waiting and thinking what. Oh, writing poems about how much I need you to be wishing that my walls would fall down, hoping that my heart and my mind would shout, saying that we should hang out.